When you become a business owner, you will meet other business owners. And I promise you this, one of the first common themes you're going to find is every business owner is good at sales, but not every sales guy is great at business. We sometimes confuse our people, the ponies that we pick, right? There's a book, and this comes from the book. It says, your first one is you have to have the ability to sell, right? And then we, in the team building process, and including ourselves, take a look at the fact that, okay, now we are selling. We are a sales machine. We're really good at what we do. I think I deserve to become a business owner, a CEO. And what happens when you have someone in your team that's constantly selling really well, right? But they can't build. And then they start to dictate some of the things of how it should happen in your team. They start to make decisions. Hey, I think we should do this. I think we should do that. And if you're not careful, you start to pay attention to that person more than you should. This is just your white rabbit, right? We all know what's a white rabbit, right? This is just your white rabbit. White rabbits are really important, but they don't call the shots. And you have to understand when you're dealing with a white rabbit, they're just that. They're great salespeople. Again, when you become a business owner, you will meet other business owners. And I promise you this, one of the first common themes you're going to find is every business owner is good at sales, right? Good to great. But not every sales guy is great at business. So what's the difference? The next one is these white rabbits need to learn how to lead, right? Leading it's a step above, right? Because here's what I always say, and I was thinking about this yesterday after the meeting. What is the difference? Here, you're a little bit more aware. You're more aware of the team dynamics. You're a little bit more aware of culture. You're a little bit more aware of numbers. You are a little bit more conscious towards relationships. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. Team dynamics. Who has influence in my team? Whom can I leverage? Do I always need to be the one that coaches everybody? Can this person be coached by that person, right? That's team dynamics. Now you're starting to pay a little bit more attention to that, which is why I'm saying, in order to lead, you can be okay, good at sales. You don't have to be great, but you're a little bit more aware now, right? That's the difference. I actually have a couple guys in my team that are now getting really good at sales, and they're starting to ask for things. And I like that, by the way. I like people asking me for stuff. But my game plan is I'm going to give them and give them and give them and almost throttle them until they start begging for mercy because they don't have the skill yet, right? Does that make sense? Culture. What am I talking about when I'm talking about culture? Think about this. Because we always throw this word around when we're building a team. We're saying culture matters. Oh, we need to build a culture. What does that mean? When it comes to culture, the most important part is the language that people speak, okay? If winners have the same language, right? It doesn't matter whether you have a winner that's a high energy guy, super out there, extroverted, or it could be a quiet killer, right? Introverted, but they speak the same language. You can come to Andrea, and then you can come to Steven, and then they will tell you the same message to your problem that you're asking about. That's the number one thing when it comes to culture. It's not necessarily, energy is right, you're absolutely right. But more important than energy is, are we all speaking the same language? Are we all on the same page? Is there united vision? That's culture. Does that make sense? Now that I'm starting to break this down, you see the difference between these guys? They're not on the same page. They're completely on different pages. This is just the guy that knows one skill. And then because it's a skill that's constantly being celebrated, and it rightly should be, we look at these guys and we are mistakenly saying, oh, they're ready. They're not ready. They don't have the skills yet. When you start to put a lot more importance on a good sales guy that doesn't have the skill, they get ahead of themselves and they're almost setting themselves up for failure. These two skills will get you to ownership, okay? These two skills will get you to ownership.